seeing everybody. Appreciate you being here. Another great day for football, especially being the first day in pads. That's always a kind of a momentous day, and our guys really took to it. I think they were excited for it. They were looking forward to it. A couple guys told me they couldn't sleep last night. A couple other guys said they slept like a baby. Woke up every night crying. No, but they were excited, and I thought we had a good day, but yet it takes a little bit of adjustment to get your pads kind of set, you know, taking a hit, giving a hit, bracing yourself. Those things are things that you only really can do by doing, you know. So I thought that was part of it today. So we had a good day, and we're on to the next day tomorrow.
John, Nate Wiggins out there, especially in that red zone, really see you kind of step up. What have you kind of seen out there?
Nate's had a couple really good practices, 2-3 really good practices in a row, both playing press and off and coverage. He's also reacted nicely to underneath throws in zone and made some nice tackles too. Today he actually had a chance to front those guys up. So yeah, so far so good.
I don't want to ask you about the false starts directly, but I did notice there's been a fair number in camp today so far. But today, I wondered if the first day in pads, you might have limited some of the things he was doing with cadence or changes to try and make it easier to get off plays with better use of the
No, you got to keep pushing that. If you're going to, you know, over the years, people that didn't want, and I've had coordinators like that here that didn't really want to do cadence or didn't really want to take a chance at having the issues, will say, well, we'll get into that later, but we want to get these plays off early. And what happens is you never have cadence the whole season. You can't just bring it out 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. It looks the same. It looks bad. It always looks bad early. Look at the Chiefs practice 2 days ago. I saw him talking about that. So you have to do it from the get-go. You have to push through it. You have to practice it, you know, and you got to practice it under the toughest conditions, heat, pads, whatever it is, you know, and try to get really good at it. No, he had a little swelling, and I think we might have drained his knee today, so should be back tomorrow.
Coach, 5 years ago today, the city of Baltimore lost Mo Gaba. I know he was beloved here in the building. I just wanted to see if you had any positive memories you wanted to reflect on.
What a reminder! Thanks for that. Yeah, Mo Gaba. I mean, just I always think about Mo Gaba was like I felt like when I was talking to Mo, I felt like I was talking to the Holy Spirit shining through somebody. That's what I felt like. He was just, he was kind of the epitome of enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Mo Gaba, like he is the living, breathing epitome of enthusiasm unknown to mankind. So happy birthday, Mo. Happy birthday. You're not forgotten.
John, what's your first
You mean like Little League football or like high school or college? You know, college to me was a big one because, you know, that's another level. You go to college and you're 17 years old and you're going against these guys who are, you know, you see them walking in the cafeteria, you know, beforehand, and it's like, oh my God. And that's when you were in pads twice a day, by the way. And we actually literally had to walk a half a mile to practice, just for the record, at Miami back in those days and back. No, I remember bouncing off the running back one time early on and being, you know, like, wow, this is different.
Are the pads an adjustment for kickers as well with this competition?
You know, it's a good question because Tyler mentioned that yesterday. Like, oh, it feels different, you know. So I do think it's different. You know, they probably should come out here every day in pads, actually, because that's how they do it in the game. So makes sense.
John, one of Tyler's kicks, you couldn't really tell. It looked like he was called no good, but only one ref said it. It looked like Jordan Stout said it was good. Did you see on one?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't. You know, I don't know. The one guy ruled it not good, so we'll say not good.
John, when you've got young players sometimes making hits as these padded practices start, how much do you police that and tell guys to kind of pull back on the throttle, and how much do you rely on your veterans on the field to be kind of monitoring that?
We have specific protocols for what we want to see in the contact. We're not tackling to the ground. We do wrap up. Then we release the tackle. So that's what we do. We want everybody to the ball as much as we can. We want to stay on our feet as much as we can until we go live, which we'll do at some point, especially with the younger players, and then it's regular tackling.
But during practice, when players are crossing that line, are you?
We haven't really had too many guys cross. I don't think we've had anybody cross the line. I mean, they understand it. They'll say something to each other. If I need to, I'll say something. But, you know, it's pro football. Rarely do you really have to say anything. If something gets out of hand, I've got the videotape. I can show it in team meeting the next day. We do a lot of that. But I'm not going to run around there like a chicken with my head cut off. You know, I think these are pros. They practice like pros, you know, and the rookies have done a great job. I mean, first time ever trying to figure out how to padded practice as a pro, you know, and I thought they did a good job.
John, we're talking what do you look for?
Zay Flowers? Yeah. I'm looking for him to be the best. I mean, go out there and you know, just make explosive play after explosive play, but really just take a deep breath, keep it simple, and just try to do your job in one play at a time, because when you work as hard as he does and you have the talent that he has, good things are going to happen if you keep it simple, which I think he does a great job of.
Two more for John.
Joe, last related to the question about the rookies in contact. Zach, on whenever we talked to him, talked about Mike Green. He said, yeah, he looks great, but let's see when the pads come. Right? And I know it's always in one practice, but specifically with him, what changes? What are you looking for when the pads come on?
Well, all those guys, like those guys who play off the edge, you know, it comes down to like taking on tight end run blocks. It comes down to guards and kicking you out, or Pat Ricard kicking you out and kick out run plays. You know, can you close and be physical? Take those on with good technique. Get off blocks. Go make tackles. Can you rush the passer the same way? Now it's not just kind of trying to get around tackles. Now you got a chance to run through tackles too, and they've got to hold up against the bull rush. So what's the bull rush look like? So the next step is actually definitely the physicality, which is football. You know, it's a physical game. The game is played in pads. So how well they respond to that is really much. It's all done in steps, right? So he's looked good so far. We'll see how he looks in the next step. Yeah, Rashad got sent home because he was sick, and he was not happy, but he didn't want him getting everybody else sick.
What about the young corners, John? Kone and Armour Davis that went out in the previous.
Yeah, Armour Davis we'll find out about. I don't think it's too serious, but we'll find out. He's going to get an MRI. We think it's okay. Kone landed on his shoulder yesterday. I expect him to be back very, very soon. It's going to just kind of be a pain tolerance thing. Okay?